changed into this and some shorts. Yes, this is a short sleeve shirt. And so we're gonna drink smoothies.
Yeah, we're gonna have our breakfast out here. Good morning. We are coming out for an early morning garden tour. I did not do it last night because family time was more important, and so we're coming out this morning to have some breakfast out here, have a little picnic, and show you our garden. If you're new here, we're doing weekly garden tours this summer, I think.
Yeah, breakfast done at the garden, then we don't have to run down here.
Right.
We just go over there.
It's been pretty fun to see the different changes in the garden. We've had 2 weeks of rain, so there was 8.5 inches of rain in 2 weeks. Torrential downpours, just crazy rain. We've had some plants die because of the rain, I think, and some plants have loved the rain. So let's check it out.
Melons love rain.
Mm-hmm.
Melons.
Would you like to help do the garden tour with me?
Not yet, because we have to drink the smoothie.
Oh, well, I'm gonna do it and then I'll drink my smoothie. On our zinnias, we have some buds. Probably by next week, maybe we'll have some actual flowers. That's pretty exciting. Our peppers, they're still looking okay. Oh, so I mulched all of this last week, I think after I did the garden tour, just to keep erosion from happening a lot. I also did the tomatoes last night. Well, some of the tomatoes, the part that I had weeded, I still need some more, but hopefully that will help with erosion and stuff. This little sweet pepper has tons. Oh, Anna, come here. Quick, quick, quick. Look what I see.
What?
Look, come here. Come look. What do you see?
Pepper. A pepper.
This is on your little pepper plant that Miss Michelle gave you. That's so exciting. I was just going to say there was little blossoms, but I didn't even know there was a pepper growing in there, the silly guy. So we have other peppers that are doing okay. This marigold is definitely getting bigger. Okay, so this is really cool, guys. If your eggplant looks pretty toasted, okay, so there's little flea beetles on here again. Anyway, if they look a little toasted, think of this guy right here. He was basically a little brown stem a couple weeks ago. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave him. And he's growing these leaves. It's so cool that he's coming back to life. I hope he grows. Might be too small to grow anything, but these guys, even though they got chewed by flea beetles and survived the frost, they might do something. They're not looking amazingly healthy, but we'll see. Our other peppers are doing well. I don't think we have any really blossoms. Oh, there's some blossoms on this one. So this is the King of the North pepper. So I'm excited about that. Our flowers are still looking pretty good. Need to take the buds off of them, dehead them. So I made this little trench here last week because I was tired of the rain just coming down this hill and just washing across this whole area. So hopefully this trench will work. So I took some of the sod and put it in there. This hot pepper is still surviving. Doesn't have any blossoms on it. I still need to weed out this a little bit more. It's hard to tell because I'm not really sure what is a flower and what is not. I mean, oh, we actually have some flowers growing in here. Anna, we have flowers growing in our flower garden. It's really cool that they're actually budding. I did not know they were going to bud so soon. So, I mean, there's some that I definitely know are flowers. And then this, that's a grass. So, I don't know. More flowers down here. Our tomatoes are still doing well. This little guy over here, he was so wilty. I think last time that I showed you him, he was gonna die. And he is coming back to life. So that's cool. This guy also had most of his leaves taken off when I planted him. And he's living. My purple basil is growing. Some of my tomato plants look rather sad. Some have had problems. Like this guy, he had lots of potato bugs, so I put some diatomaceous earth on him. But I think I've got a control on the potato bugs. It's so weird they go after the tomatoes, but I mean, you got a little Roma tomato there. I mean, that's cool. Even though this guy is being struggled by potato bugs, he's still growing. And these tomatoes up here, they're really growing. I mean, look at that guy. Whew. These nice beefsteak tomatoes. Very excited about this guy. Look at it. And then I think these are, actually I forget what kind these are. Maybe Abe Lincoln? I don't remember. But we also have buds coming for our marigolds. Super exciting. This guy accidentally topped one of my tomatoes. So I just stuck it in the dirt to see if it would root, and there you go. It's looking less wilty than it did last night, so maybe it will. I don't know. If it dies, it dies. But it'd be nice if it didn't. Lots and lots of blossoms on here. These are Amish paste tomatoes, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see what grows from there. A little basil plant coming. And then up here, I forget where the distinction actually is, because, you know, I forgot to write it down. But these guys here are cherry tomatoes. I'm pretty sure they're getting pretty loaded with, well, they're starting. I think they were farther along than I thought they were.
I'm getting chilly.
You are chilly over there. Oh, well, good thing we brought a blankie. It's not hot out this morning. So I put this mulch down, my leaf mold. We'll see if it helps retain moisture, even moisture out, all that sort of stuff. We do have some tomatoes there growing. Our peanuts are still surviving. Look at that. I need to do a little more weeding. I had this whole thing weeded and then it didn't want to stay weeded.
The imaginary plants are very funny.
Why are they very funny?
Because they grow in different spots, in a different spot where you don't want them to grow.
The imaginary plants are my volunteer plants, as she calls imaginary plants. And they're growing all over my garden. You know, tomatoes, basil, melons, that sort of thing. But I'm okay with them growing. It's just hilarious that she calls them imaginary plants.
Imaginary plants are adorable.
They are.
And funny.
And funny. Our cucumbers are growing. I had to replant some of the ones that I transplanted. They had died last week, remember. And so I transplanted those, or I planted new, and they came up. So we'll have some. I finished my trellis here for them with my string, and they will come up. Probably by next week, this guy will be reaching over to the string and be climbing up it. Oh, whoa, what? Basil, you're already going to seed? We'll take you off because we don't really want you going to seed right now. That is crazy. Okay, my carrots are probably almost ready to pick. Actually, I probably should pick them, but like, I was digging in here the other day and I found the carrot. Oh yeah, I should pick these. Look at them. Look. Oh, it's so dark. There we go. Maybe you can see that better. Oh, look at that beautiful carrot. I definitely need to get out here and pick these guys, I think, or eat them more. Okay, so I also had this random clump of pepper seeds. And so I planted them. You know, I planted this little clump and I transplanted a bunch of them out. Kind of thinned them out a little bit. We'll see how they do. I don't know. Yeah, see, look. More imaginary basil. More going to seed basil. Whoa, man. It's like I haven't been out here very recently. Tried cleaning up this little mess of onions. I still need to take them out, but I haven't. Yeah, my mustard is going to seed. This is self-seeding. This carrot washed down from up there, but I don't know if it's really doing anything. The lettuce, we're still munching it. It tastes really good in like sandwiches. Like you can pile a whole bunch of lettuce on and it doesn't taste bad. But in a salad, it's not amazing. My beets still just seem really small and I don't know if they're really growing very well. This might not be very good soil for them. I don't know. I mean, growing up, you planted beets in the ground and they grew. I don't know what's up with you. My onions are still doing really well. There was one over here. Oh, yeah, look at the bulb on this guy. Ah, so excited for that. I mean, these carrots are doing well. Mulch them as well to keep down the weeds. And so far it looks like it's done a pretty good job, I think. The sunflower house and flower garden is looking so cool. Like, you can definitely see that there's like walls here now, because enough of the sunflowers sprouted and came up to make it work. And our little flower garden here, it's getting really big. We planted some marigolds like in this empty spot, and I think that's one of them. And that might be the other one, I don't know. Or it might just be grass. It's looking beautiful with those two little flowers back there. This little squash guy, whatever kind, has been having some blossoms. I don't think it has fruit on it yet, but that's exciting. Still picking off the squash bugs. Ooh, here's I think this is a cantaloupe. I think. I don't remember. They kind of got mixed up. So that one has flowers on it, whatever it is. This guy I planted from seed here, I think. And it's growing well. Maybe I transplanted that guy. I don't remember anymore. Watermelon's doing okay. My imaginary beet is doing good. Watermelon. Strawberries. I mulched these guys last night too. They're growing huge. And this little random marigold that is here, it's going to have blossoms on it soon. So hopefully that will keep away pests and stuff. These watermelon are still doing okay. Getting bigger and bigger each day. This little nasturtium was looking so beautiful. I mean, it had some really nice blossoms on it, but I mean, they're dead now. Still need to try them and see what they taste like, because I've heard you can eat them. My sister, she texted me and she's like, "Did you know you can eat them?" And I was like, "Yes," but I haven't tried them. So my honeydews, they're doing well. Oh, look at this nasturtium. Maybe I should munch one of these blossoms.
We're eating flatties.
That's so cool. You want to try? I'm going to try too. Yeah, not bad. I don't know if I'd make like a habit out of eating them, but not bad. What do you think?
Yum.
A little spicy.
I took a little bite because I didn't know what to.
You didn't want to take the whole thing. I agree. I didn't want to take the whole thing either, but it wasn't bad. It's really good beauty in the garden and hopefully repel pests. So I'm okay with that. This guy is starting to climb. This cantaloupe, and he's got so many blossoms down here. So cool. Keep going, guy. Keep going. And this guy is almost ready to start climbing. This nasturtium is getting huge.
Those are yum.
What was yum?
Those things.
The nasturtium? Do you chuck on the ground? Yeah? Okay. And these guys are doing well.
Really yum.
Getting big. Our squash. This batch of squash is still surviving. We had a squash here and a squash here, and they both died. It reminds me, I should probably water the seeds that I replanted there to make sure they grow. Kind of forgot I'd planted them. Yeah. Oh, this guy, he's about ready to start climbing too. He's got the little tendrils that I can hook on. That'll help. So anyway, these guys just wilted and died, and then like they just pulled off by the roots. Like the roots kind of like got chopped, but I don't really know what happened. Planted some pole beans in here that I finally got from my shipment from Johnny's. So I'll make them go up the trellis. They'll look beautiful. This is a zucchini that just died off. And so I put a marigold in there. Zucchini. Zucchini. Oh, this guy also has a kind of same problem. Like, see how his root, like he's only attached by like one little end. And he's kind of dying. Like, I don't know if that one little root is going to be enough to save him or not. What are your thoughts on it? I've picked some squash bugs off, but I haven't like seen any other bad dudes, so I don't really know. I want some zucchini. I want some squash. Okay, so then these guys, this one died as well. So I replanted it with a marigold. Butter, I think these are butternut squash. And we have pumpkins down here. They're doing well, thriving, getting bigger. It's getting bigger, these are buttercup squash. Same as what's at the end. I mean, this guy, he's getting ready to sprawl, so I really need to work on getting some mulch down underneath these things so that it don't have to weed so much. Well, they're all pokey. Our potatoes, they're doing pretty well. We've had a few potato bugs that I've had to get rid of, but not anything I can't keep up with, really. Just keep hilling them. Might need to hill them more, I don't know. Again, I haven't really grown potatoes except for last year, so I don't really know. The weird part is, one of my potatoes up here, well, a couple of them actually. Let's see if I can find it. Like this. Okay? Anybody know what happened? Why this is happening? Ooh, there's a little wormy right there. Maybe that's the cause. So that's probably the culprit for just munching that right off, like clean. I don't know if it'll grow more roots or not, but this guy over here, there was one here, and it pretty much just was rotten underneath. Like, there's a few little baby potatoes, but that was it. These are starting to flower, or getting ready to flower. I don't know if they've actually burst out and flower yet, but the blossoms are definitely there for them. So, I don't know. I'm still hopeful we'll get a crop. Hope we get a crop. Our corn has sprung up amazingly. Like, it's knee high. By June 1st, today is June 1st. Some of it is. So, I probably need to, I think I need to give them a little bit of nutrients because they're looking a little yellow. So I think I'm going to give them some fish. I think it's fish emulsion or something like that. Because I know corn needs a lot of nitrogen to grow. So I'll give them some of that. This cantaloupe is doing really well. I was out here one day and Anna was like, "Mom, there's an imaginary cantaloupe." I was like, "No, honey, that one I actually planted there on purpose." Guys, I'm so excited about my sweet potatoes. Does anyone else come out and caress their plants? Or just me? Roots and Refuge inspires me to do these garden tours, and also my friend Heather, and who's also a gardener. And I feel like all of us just kind of feel our plants. Imagine, this is an imaginary watermelon. And sweet potatoes, you know. But they're growing, guys, and I'm so excited about them growing. Oh, there's a tree. Anybody want a tree? No, thank you. Oh, some imaginary tomatoes. Look at this one. It is like super huge and healthy looking. It is getting so big, and I love that it's like growing long, not just bushier. My bush beans. No, these are my pole beans. Look at them. Whoo-wee! Getting bigger. I need to give them some more string, I think, to grow up. No flowers yet. Our little row of sunflowers is going to be beautiful soon. It is already beautiful, but like it'll be even more beautiful. I rigged up this random little pole system for these random pole beans that I have in here. So I planted pole beans last year, but I just kind of harvested them all with my other thing. Oh, good job, guys. You guys are grabbing the pole like you should. Way to go. Anyway, I did not keep track of which beans were the pole beans that I harvested them from and which ones were not. So I just kind of chucked all my heirloom seeds like right here. And so some of them are pole and some are bush. But they're all just going to live happily there. Along with these guys. Imaginary tomato. And my cantaloupe. My thorn. Woo! Okay, so the other day, in my memories on Facebook, or my photos or something, it reminded me that I had taken pictures of the garden from last year, like from each of the four corners. So I took pictures again, just to kind of compare how we were doing, like were we further along, further behind, because I feel like we've been behind. And I think on a lot of things, like I'll insert those pictures while I'm talking here, a lot of things we were much further ahead last year. Like our tomatoes were much further ahead, our carrots were further ahead, I think. Our potatoes were definitely further ahead, and I think our melons and squash and things were definitely ahead. But we hadn't planted nearly this much corn. Like we had like 5 feet of corn planted, so we still had a lot of that row to plant. We also had, like, I would say probably half of the garden not planted. I had planned on planting kind of succession planting, and it didn't really work because it was so hot and so dry, and I just couldn't keep it watered because we weren't living here yet, and I couldn't keep it watered enough to get anything to sprout. So it was cool to see just the difference in what the two gardens look like. I mean, this definitely looks like every square inch basically is planted in. If something dies, like I stick another plant in there. It's been great seeing the difference between last year and this year. I really enjoy coming out to the garden every day, you know, checking for squash bugs, checking for blossoms. I'm surprised I missed those peppers. Like, I did not see those, and I've been out here a lot. So, that's pretty exciting. Here's the overview of what it looks like. Maybe a little bit hard to tell what it looks like, but that corn is definitely growing. And it's gonna make a nice green backdrop against all these other things. Today, I hope, is a work day in the garden and some time where I can get some more weeds done, get some more mulch done. It's gonna be a hot week, so I think I'm gonna have to come out like super early, which is why we brought our smoothie out here, so I could feed Anna and we could get out here kind of early before the sun really started blazing. Probably work for like an hour and then be done, and then work some in the evening. But it's fun, and I'm looking forward to all the produce we'll get from it. Thanks for watching our garden tour and for watching it every week and leaving comments and all that. It's exciting to hear what you guys are growing and how your gardens are doing. And I know really this spring has been kind of tricky with like the weather and all that. But I hope your garden is doing well, that you're able to get plants in if you're in the north, and things are just starting to thrive for you and that you have beautiful gardens. So let me know what's growing and how your garden is doing. One of my reasons for doing a garden tour is to share it with my mom, who does not get to see it, and you know, to share with you guys as well, since I'm filming it for her too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Give that carrot a pull. Pull up this carrot right here. Let me see. Ta-da! Carrot! First carrot of the year. Might be a little small. What did we find in our garden?
Carrots.
How big are they?
Like, this one's huge.
It's huge. Yeah. We decided we'd try them. This one was cracking, but it's okay. We'll munch them. Clean them up and munch them.
I'm gonna eat this one.
Okay.